In this video, we're going to talk about equation of a circle. So consider a circle with center h comma k, and the radius is, suppose radius is r. So for this circle, what is the equation of this circle? You can use the distance formula to find out the equation of this circle. So suppose this point is x and then y. Okay, so if you use the distance formula for these 2 points, so you can pick, this is like x1 y1, x1 and then y1, and you can take the other point as x2 y2, x2 and then y2. Okay, so what is the distance formula? So r will be basically square root of x2 minus x1 squared, meaning that x minus h squared, and then plus y minus k squared, right? And if you want to get rid of the square root, now we square on both sides. What you get is r squared equals to, you get rid of the square root, so you'll get x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So this is the equation of circle. Okay, so here center is hk, so center is hk and radius is r. Okay, so if the center and radius are given, then you can use this formula to find out the equation of the circle. So let me give you one example. Find circle with center say 2 3 and say radius is say 4. So how do you find the equation of the circle? So the equation of the circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals to r squared. You can keep that r squared on the right side and then these things on the left side. Let's do that. So this is like what is 2 3? 2 3 is basically the center, right? So center, we denote this by like h and then k. So how do you write the equation of the circle then? So use the formula. So you will get x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to r squared is basically 4 squared, right? So what do you get? You will get x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to 16. So this is the equation of the circle with center 2 3 and then radius k. Okay, to find the equation of a circle, you need two things. One is center and the other is radius. Okay, center and the radius. So let me take another example. Find the equation of circle where endpoint of diameters, endpoint of a diameter is say 1 5 and 7 1. Let's take that 1 5 and then say 7 1. So you have a circle basically here, right? Suppose this is the diameter and this is the center of that circle. So one point is like 1 and then 5, and the other point is this point is 7 and then 1. So we don't have center. What is center here? This is the center. How do I find that? So center is the midpoint of the diameter, right? So you need to use the midpoint to find out the center, and then to find out the radius, you can find the distance from midpoint to the one of the endpoint of the diameter. Let me take this as x1 and then y1, and this as say x2 and then y2. Okay, and then so how do I find the center then? The center is basically x1 plus x2 over 2, right? 1 plus 7 divide 2, and the other is 5 plus 1 divide 2. So 5 plus 1 divided 2. So this will be basically 1 plus 7 divided 2 will be 4, and then 5 plus 1 divided 2 will be 6 divided 2, right? That is 3. So now we have the center of this circle is 4 and then comma 3. Now we know the center, so we need two things to find the equation of the circle. One is center. We know the center now. Now we have the center of the circle, that is 4 comma 3, and then we denote the center by hk, right? So it is h and then it is k. So the next thing we need is the radius. So we can find the length of the diameter, and then you can divide that length by 2. So let's do that. So here the diameter d, the length of the diameter d equals to square root of x2 minus x1 squared, that will be 7 minus 1 squared, and then plus y2 minus y1 squared will be 1 minus 5 square, right? So what do you get? It is basically 7 minus 1 squared is 6 square, and then plus 1 minus 5 is negative 4 square. So how much do you get then? 6 squared is 36, and then negative 4 squared is negative 4 times negative 4, that is plus 16. So basically you get square root of 52. So how much is that? Square root of 52 can be written as, you can write like 2 times and then 13. So basically you can, from these two 2's, you can take one out, and then there is square root of 13 inside. So this is the length of the diameter. So what is the radius then? So radius will be d over 2, right? And then you divide that by 2, so you will get basically square root of 13. That is the radius. Now we find the equation of the circle. So what is the circle then? The circle will be x minus h squared. X minus h is 4 squared, and then plus y minus k will be y minus 3 squared equals to r squared is basically square of the square of 13, that will be just 13. So sometimes this answer is fine, but some of the times the question will ask the simplified version of the circle. So what do? You FOIL it, meaning that you do x minus 4 times x minus 4, and then plus, and then you do y minus 3 times y minus 3 equals to 13. Now you simplify it, you will get x squared plus minus 8x, and then you will get plus y squared, and then minus 6y, and you will get like plus 16 plus 9, and then equals to 13. So what I did is I collected x and y at the front, and then moved the number towards the end of the left hand side. Okay, if you simplify it, you will get x squared, and then minus or you can write x squared plus y squared, and then minus 8x minus 6y, and then this is like subtract 13 on both sides. You'll get first of all 16 plus 9 will be 25, and then if you subtract 13 on both sides, you will get 25 minus 13 will be plus 12. And on the right hand side, once you subtract 13 equals to 0.